Section 43 is about storing things either locally on your computer or in the Wolfram cloud. Starting with the cloud, everything in the Wolfram cloud is a cloud object. A new cloud object can be created using the cloud object function. The result includes a long name called a universally unique identifier, or UUID, that is assigned when the cloud object is created. Things can be stored in the cloud using the cloud put function. This uses cloud put to store a pair of images. When cloud put is used like this with only one argument, which is the expression to be stored, a new cloud object to store that expression is created automatically. The result gives the name of the cloud object where the expression is stored. The expression can be retrieved using cloud get with that cloud object as the argument. Definitions and programs can be saved in the Wolfram cloud using a function called cloud save and afterwards loaded into this or another Wolfram language session using cloud get. For example, this defines a function called colorList that gives a list of random colors. And this uses cloud save to save that definition in the Wolfram cloud. In a new Wolfram language session, or if the definition is cleared, colorList will normally be undefined. The definition can be reloaded by using cloud-get with the name of the cloud object where the definition is stored as the argument. CloudPut provides a way to store single expressions, but to progressively accumulate expressions, such as expressions containing data from outside devices or sensors that periodically collect and store data, there is a feature within the Wolfram Cloud called Wolfram Data Drop. To use Wolfram Data Drop, start by creating a data bin using the create data bin function. Data can be added to this data bin using the data bin add function. This uses data bin add to add a list of numbers to that data bin. This adds another entry to the same data bin. Stored values can be retrieved from the data bin using the values function. This retrieves all of the values stored in this data bin. This input references a data bin that has accumulated data from a desktop sensor. The argument of data bin in this example is a short ID for that data bin. This input uses the DatelistPlot function to make a plot of the time series for the first 10,000 entries in that data bin. DatelistPlot works like list-line-plot, except that DatelistPlot is optimized for plotting data at a sequence of dates or times. All of the examples using Wolfram Data Drop and using Cloud Put, Cloud Save, and Cloud Get work with data in the cloud. It is also possible, even if the computer is not connected to the cloud, to store and retrieve data on a local computer using the functions put, save, and get. For example, this uses put to save an image in a local file on this computer. And this uses get to read the data from that file back into this Wolfram language session. That file was saved in the current directory for this Wolfram language session. It is also possible to specify a different directory, and sometimes it is convenient to just let the Wolfram language figure out an anonymous file name and location on the local computer, which can be done using the function localObject. This uses the localObject function to generate a location on this computer. This uses the put function to save an image in that location. The return value includes the name of the local file where the image is saved. This uses the get function to read the data from that location back into this Wolfram language session. That's the end of the examples for this section. To summarize, here is the programming vocabulary from this section. The examples mostly showed relatively high-level operations for working with common types of data. There are also features in the Wolfram language using these and other functions for specifying file formats and file locations, and operations for storing and reading bytes or numbers or programs or other pieces of data. More information about storing things can be found by opening the Wolfram Language and System Documentation Center, clicking the Core Language Instructor button, and choosing External Operations from the menu that pops up, which brings up a guide page with links to the file operations that came up in this section. More information specifically about the Wolfram Cloud can be found on the Wolfram Cloud website, www.wolframcloud.com. Most operations in the Wolfram Cloud require an account. You can sign up for a basic account for free by clicking the Sign Up button on this website. This page also includes a link to additional details about the Wolfram Cloud, including information about various technologies that use the Wolfram Cloud. One of those technologies is Wolfram Data Drop. There is a link from here to a page with more information about Wolfram Data Drop.